back to your question.
Nutritarian.
Yes, what is that? And how is that different from being a vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian?
Now this is another letter in the LGBTQ LMNOP of the vegetarianism.
Word.
Alright?
Wow.
Create that. I like that.
This is tier 5.
I like that.
Best podcast in the world.
Wagwan, everybody.
Yo, blessings. Wagwan, Dre.
Fist off the bump.
How everything?
There, take it easy, brother.
Rush easy.
What's up?
Shelly Belly, what up?
How's
What up?
everything?
I'm good, you know. I have 2 more days until 14 days of vacation. So, my hype.
Nice.
You going anywhere?
My bed.
Right.
Wow.
Exactly.
The best vacation ever.
Yes, sir. Ever.
Yo, we also have my boy, Ron.
Yo. Yeah, where's the lion paw alone? This is a vegan. Lion paw and the vegan thing.
Fresh on the liquid fast today.
Yes, today is my Monday liquid fast.
Yeah.
Yeah, we do a Monday liquid fast every Monday.
Backside.
What's that for? What's the purpose of that?
The purpose of the Monday liquid fast is to give your organs a break from digesting
No break.
Them two curry people are no more than.
Curry chicken
Them
cook
might-
right now for my dinner. No break. Sorry, I'm sorry. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
you don't know. Yeah, so just to give your organs a break from digesting processed foods.
Okay.
You know what I mean? So it's said that it can actually renew your organs over time. If you were supposed to do even just 1 day a week, and you do it consistently for many, many years, your heart will renew, your lungs, your every organ in your body, your liver, you know, because you're giving it a break so it can really
1 day a week.
Right, even just 1 day a week.
How long have you been doing this?
I've been doing it for years, been on and off, maybe like maybe 3 years now. Yeah, I gave it a break in 2022, and then I just recently restarted like maybe 2 months back.
So let me ask you, when you came off, how did you feel? Did you see a difference when you were off versus when you were
So
on the
you
ring?
mean Tuesday? Tuesday. how
No,
you feel?
he said he came off it. You
I
said
see,
you didn't do
okay.
it right.
Yeah, we gave it a pause, not for a whole year. We gave it a pause maybe for like a few months.
Right.
Okay.
You know, and I restarted up recently. But so our question is interesting. When I came off it, you know, for the few months, I didn't feel that much different. You can't really tell the difference because this is more of an internal thing.
Okay.
That what it's doing to your body, you know. And plus, I eat very healthy, you know, overall.
Regardless.
If it was somebody that didn't eat, because people that join it, you know, I have a lot of people that join the group Liquid Fast, and there's people that is just starting a Liquid Fast for the first time. They feel a big difference because they're used to just eating.
Like me, like me.
Yeah,
Yo,
you
speaking
would
of
feel
that,
you would
raw,
feel a
how
big
long,
difference.
what's the longest you went eating raw food only?
Raw food only, I went over 10 months raw food. Yes, and I did break it in 2022, December 7, 2022. I broke it once and I went back on it right the next day, right back on it. And then recently, for a celebration, I broke it on March 19th, then went back on it on the next day. So some people probably think that, you know, you need to, if you're going on raw, if you need to, or you're going on a certain diet, you have to be extremely strict with it. And if you break it, there's a, you know, it's a big issue. Listen, man, there's times when you can just choose. It's your world, it's your life. There's times when you can choose to break it. Sometimes it's better you consciously breaking it than you breaking it because of temptation. Yeah. And then you might not go on it again. Then you might like, oh man, I can't. But when you consciously like, you know what? I feel like celebrating. I feel like, you know, I feel like I'm taking this day, you know.
So
dibbly dabbly back into
So I want to tell you this right now.
Anything starts out like that is going downhill. But anyway,
I'm for
continue.
it. I'm for it. I'm ready.
So you're a serious brother.
I believe so.
And I believe the reason you're so serious is because you're a vegan.
Mercy.
So the two of who are vegan and the two of we are carnivores. So we are going to provide the levity for veganism.
But
Right?
I feel like Ali's always smiling. See, he's smiling right now.
We have to pull it out of them.
First and foremost.
So it's only when they come around us that That's fine.
Yes.
First
That
and
is-
foremost,
Carnival is hungry, yo.
first and foremost, all vegans are not good vegan, are not, you know what I mean? That's not just like, you know, they say only 30,000 people are getting into heaven or something according to Christianity. Just because you're a vegan, that doesn't mean you're healthy. So,
Come on, I'm gonna do snaps for that.
Yes.
Okay.
What you say? You say
a lot of
carnivore, we
people-
snapping carnivores?
Yes.
so my brother is not just a vegan.
Actually, I'm
he's
plant-based.
Plant-based.
Okay.
Nutritarian.
Backside.
Okay, no.
Another level.
I've never
Another
heard
level.
of this one.
Vegan. That's an
Breaking
insult.
news.
That's an insult.
Breaking news.
So you need to tell us what is that before we even do that, because we didn't even introduce the topic because we were just ready to jump in. So can someone introduce the topic?
Dre, what are we talking about today?
So today, our brother Rome here. He's been doing his thing for a minute. We wanted to catch up because we had him on before. If you guys, what episode was it?
Food for thought.
Food for Thought was our brother here. We want to catch up with him, you know, to see what's been going on with him since he's last been on our show. And we want to talk about, is money the root of all evil?
Absolutely.
I tell you he's evil. I told y'all believe me. Go ahead.
Yes, so back to your question.
Nutritarian.
Yes, what is that? And how is that different from being a vegan, vegetarian, pescatarian?
Now this is another letter in the LGBTQ LMNOP of the vegetarianism.
Word.
All right?
Wow,
We need
wow,
to
wow.
create that. I like that.
This is tier 5.
I like that.
Tier like 007 at the top. We are at 5 right now. Go ahead, brother.
All
Rome.
right, so plant-based, most people know what plant-based is. If you don't, plant-based is just people that eat all things made from plants, you know. And nutritarian now, meaning that I eat for nutrients. All right, so let's take lettuce for example. Iceberg lettuce lacks nutrients, lack
White.
nutrition,
White.
right? Even cauliflower lack nutrition opposed to probably broccoli. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now.
But everything white is right.
Not in the food world.
No, sir.
Not in the food world.
No, especially not in the food
I
world.
plead the fifth on that.
In the food, as a science teacher, in the food world, you want your vegetables to be very colorful. And when you actually cut inside, I'm sorry to have
No, you go.
broken-
No, you.
When you cut into your veggies, it actually supposed to look like the organ that it works with. So the
Okay.
kidney bean shapes like your kidney.
Kidney,
Right,
The
right.
carrot looks just like your eyes.
Right,
The
right.
tomato literally looks like your heart.
breast.
With your breast.
Whoa.
Maybe the breast. Maybe the
You
heart.
was putting to
So, sorry. I mean, close. It's close. It's
I
close.
said the breast, not her breast.
Also try chocho. You see chocho?
Yeah.
Chocho are some
Wait,
people
you
call
have
it.
to, say the right name because Spanish people call it
chayote.
different thing.
Chayote. Yeah,
Okay.
what we call chayote or Mexican squash. That's
Yeah.
another
Right.
way to call it. We Jamaicans call it chocho. So that's shaped like a heart, if you remember.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's such a little green
Right.
thing. Yeah.
Chocho is actually for the heart.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah, and many fruits and vegetables that are shaped like the organs are
Yeah.
actually strawberries, hard fruit apple, hard
Yes.
fruit, Jamaica apple.
Yeah,
the one that
absolutely.
look
Yeah,
all hard fruit. Sorrel, shaped like a heart, all hard fruit. You know, so let's go back to chocho. Chocho is one of those things that a lot of people didn't know that it can be eaten raw. I find myself educating a lot of people since I've
How
been
you
on my
find
raw
out
diet.
all of this? Yo? Like you just
Research.
download information?
Research, yeah.
Oh,
just
research.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
oh,
Personal
okay.
research, you know. Yeah, I'm big on that. I'm
You
big on
gotta get creative
self-education.
if you go in raw too. You have to get creative.
Right, you should
because
get
that can
creative.
boring after a week for a regular
Peanut
person.
alone can't work.
Right, you know.
Exactly.
So back to the chocho now. Chocho is one of those fruits that I don't know a lot of people did not know this.
It's a fruit,
that
not a
It's a
vegetable?
fruit because it has that seed in it. Yeah, it's a fruit, not a vegetable. Yes, that's another thing that a lot of people did not know. It's
Gotcha.
for your heart. It's shaped like the heart, look like the heart, and it has so many benefits for the heart.
So
High
when
in
you cook
potassium.
it, you lose.
When you cook it, you lose a lot of those benefits. So chocho is one of the best ways to eat it is blend it out into a smoothie or eat it raw, like cucumber. Just like eating a cucumber. And cucumber is also another fruit that a lot of people believe is a vegetable that we were thought to.
It's a fruit.
Yeah, it's a fruit. Yeah, many,
So
many
what
seeds in
cucumber
it.
good for?
Cucumber? It's
What
just...
does it look like? Continue what you say. Can you two mix up? I know what you're doing. Continue. That was a trick. It was a trick.
I get it. Man. Wow.
Continue. What does he continue with?
I'm sorry, people.
And, I
sorry.
was just ending up about Chocho, just saying that it was very...
I never knew you could eat that raw.
Yeah, you can eat
I
it
always
raw.
felt like it would itch me. I
So
don't
what do
know
you
why.
think? Anything that's a fruit can be eaten raw? That's what you're saying?
Most things that's fruit, even pumpkin can be eaten raw. Pumpkin squash, yes. Pumpkin and squash is a fruit. Yeah.
Never knew this.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
That's
can be.
why
And it's
we
more
have the
digestible
Wagwan
when
podcast.
It's more digestible when you shred it down, right?
Yeah, when you break it down and shred it down.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, our aide in my raw journey, is the food processor. Yeah, wow, man, that came in handy.
I thought you were
And what
about to
does
say
that do?
some
That-
girl, bro.
I thought it was or Dr. Sebi. I thought he was gonna say Dr. Sebi. What does the food processor do for those who don't know? I actually don't know.
It kind of like mince the food.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay.
You never heard about Magic
you still
Bullet?
get everything, but just very fine.
Yeah,
So
very
you get the
fine.
juice,
The
but you
liquefied
also
the
get
food.
the shredded.
No. It
Oh, that's not the
liquefied
separator?
No,
Okay.
yeah, that's not the
Kind of
separator.
just mashed potato.
Yeah, it's like
Right.
ground everything together, break it down to little bits and pieces. If it was dried something, it would dust it. It would turn into a dust if it was dry. But if it had water in it, like carrots, cabbage, anything, you put that in it, it just make it into like mini pieces, micro
Wow,
pieces.
okay.
Yeah.
So let's get into Rome's beginnings, but first let's highlight Rochelle's nails really quickly. Getting nails in the week. She got the matching ring.
Matching ring. Wow.
Come on,
You
black
gotta
women, black women, of course.
I mean, if you want to fix your life,
Yes.
you have to watch the Wagwan podcast.
Yes,
You have to watch the Wagwan podcast.
You see?
Absolutely.
Yo, so Mr. Rome,
Yes,
straight.
I.
Tell me about your beginnings. Tell me about what brought you to this journey, and tell me about what's been going on lately.
Okay, let me start with the first thing. My beginnings. I was a street hustler, man. Gotta be honest. I used to sell weed back in the days,
But that's a nutritarian thing too.
Hey, right.
And marijuana actually has a lot of
Lot of health
usage.
benefit, right.
Like it is like one of the most profound.
But not the way we're doing it, though.
No,
Yeah,
that
not
is
the way we
abuse.
use
Just
it,
like how
right.
you can abuse water. You can abuse anything at all in nature.
Yeah.
But marijuana has one of the most nutritional values of any weed
herb.
or herb
Right.
that is found out there.
It's
We need to
multi-use.
make a tea.
Yeah, it's used
Yeah.
in fashion. Even bricks, I hear they use that
Yeah.
to make
Oh, hemp-
clothes.
hemp-
And they use that.
Strong.
They have
And
that. They have a
fireproof.
tent.
Yes.
They have a tent that literally you could fire on the tent and it will not be destroyed.
Hemp
Right.
clothing.
Yes.
Hemp can make almost
Yeah.
anything.
Cheese, juice,
Food.
like so many different things.
Right.
No,
and-
marijuana and hemp is different, right?
And hemp is from the
Marijuana
seeds.
comes from hemp, though. Marijuana comes from hemp, I believe.
The
It's a
seeds.
family, it's not
the
the
seeds
same.
the seeds would be referred to as the hemp.
Okay.
The marijuana seed.
Yeah, the seeds. That's what they
I
refer to as
thought
hemp
hemp
seeds.
was a different plant.
I don't know about hemp being a different plant. I just know that marijuana in general, the seeds is what they usually call hemp seeds. Hemp is the marijuana, but it's the seeds in particular. That's what they usually refer to as hemp. From what I know.
Well, they have to trust you. You was the professional.
Nah, but I can still learn. I'm open to learning. So you're saying there's a plant called hemp?
I'm
gonna look into that.
I think hemp and marijuana are two. Just like you have different types of lettuces.
Yeah,
You have
okay.
different. I think.
Okay,
Never
so
heard
like
of that.
another strain. It's like
Never
another
heard that
species.
trend.
With,
I never,
okay.
yeah, I never heard of that. I always thought hemp is just is the marijuana
Yeah,
plant,
I
and the
know.
seeds, they how they
Because
call
you
hemp
get
seeds.
the marijuana seed would have the THC of the marijuana plant, right? But hemp have a different level of THC.
Level of THC.
Lower, definitely.
Yeah.
So you were selling herbs at what age?
Very, very young, maybe like early teenagers.
So we should call people who sell weed herbalists.
Herbalists, right?
But they are. That's what we
Yeah.
refer to them in Jamaica.
Right.
Really?
Right, yes.
When they sing this song, they say the herbalist.
The herbalists, right. You see, back then, it was illegal when I was doing it back then.
It still is.
It was in some fashion. Okay, all right. So back then it was not just illegal, it was shunned.
Right.
Most
That's
people
true.
look down on
But
that.
nobody was trying to make money. They were trying to figure out how to make money from it.
Right.
That's the long and
Right.
short.
Right, so I was ashamed of actually saying, I wouldn't be as freely back then saying it so publicly, but yeah, that's where I started from. But I have to mention that because that's what led me into becoming sick. I actually became sick.
So you used to use your own products?
No, I wasn't smoking marijuana at the time.
So how you get sick?
I got sick because of becoming a workaholic, being addicted
So
to
not
the money.
eating.
Yeah, not eating,
Okay.
having sex with beer girl and losing all my energy and not putting it back into me. Because back then I wasn't knowledgeable of the
No
putback.
semen retention.
Right.
Right, none of that. We learned that from Jamaica.
I noticed that you love use that word. Anyway, continue.
In Jamaica, we learn to put back, even as children, the guineas with the peanut and the oats and whatever. But coming up here, that tradition was a little bit lost. So we just having sex, coming, losing sperm, and not putting them back. I didn't even know back then that pumpkin seeds was high in zinc, and the zinc is what you need. When you lose sperm, you lose a lot of this. I didn't know those things back then, you know what I mean? So,
Finish that statement though. When you lose sperm, what do you lose?
zinc. A lot of zinc.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's why pumpkin seed is recommended for men to eat. Cashews have it too, but pumpkin seed having the highest amount of zinc in it. You lose a lot of zinc, you lose a lot of blood. They say you lose about a pint of blood. But the mineral wise, I know zinc is what men lose. I don't know about women. I don't know what they lose. I know they do lose something.
Ali. We're not gonna get to that's a different conversation.
You're right.
Yes, finish up. You will lose zinc, we lose blood.
Yeah,
right?
you lose zinc. They say you lose about a pint of blood. So basically, I was training. I had multiple women back then. I was a womanizer back then. I'm ashamed to say it right now, but I'm being honest because I don't move like that no more. That's something over time I learned that the way we grew up in Jamaica, being taught to run and chase women, that was the wrong way of growing up. So
I appreciate it. I appreciate it.
Everything you went through in life got you to where you are today, right? So you have to, while you're not glorifying it, I don't think it's something you need to be ashamed of. You know what I mean?
I hate that picture of Jay-Z and they're like, yo, this is when Jay-Z had $1 million versus when he had $1 billion, and they show him with chains versus without, because that same rule applies. He had to be the one with the chains in order to become the billionaire. You know what I'm saying? So
Got it.
Everybody got to start somewhere.
I agree with that concept. Yeah. So what type of sickness were you experiencing?
I developed insomnia, and let me explain why. Really, really briefly. Like I said, I was a businessman, not a hustler, but I hustled. Keep my phone underneath my pillow. That phone ring. As soon as I drop to sleep, that phone ring. I'm up, picking up the phone, dealing with business 2 a.m., 3 a.m. in the night. I did that for over 10 years, and that broke down my nervous
clock.
system.
And because your body has a clock too.
Right.
So if you don't fall asleep in the natural rhythm of that clock, you break the clock.
Right.
Insomnia.
Right.
Yo, and all the smokers know, y'all know, if our dealer is having a baby, we like, alright, we gonna pull up to the hospital, get some herbs.
Nah.
Am I lying?
Don't do that.
Yeah.
No days off.
No days off. That was one of my things. No days off, and that's what
telling you.
That's one of the things that led me to becoming a workaholic, because, like I said, always broke my sleep for over 10 years or 10 years. I don't remember if it was over or just under 10 years, but about 10 years, I always break my sleep just to go serve a client. That was too much for me. My body break down after a time, and that led me, once I drop on my ass, that's what led me to, look into cooking for myself instead of buying food.
So you started doing coke instead of weed?
Cooking.
Cooking food?
Cooking.
Ah, gotcha.
I don't know how we hear that, but anyway, I didn't hear that at all.
Guys, said already, I'm bringing the levity. Right? This is, you know what? I want to protect your brand. I will not make any more disparaging jokes like that. All right. Go ahead. So you're cooking food now.
I started to do a lot of things for myself that I wasn't doing before. Remember, before I was just chasing the money. That was the primary.
That's the way of life.
Yeah, that's the way of life. And the clients, they don't give you no break. They don't look at you as a human being. Rain, sleet, snow. They want you. You're sick with the flu. They want you. You know, I had so many arguments with clients over that. Like, yeah, but. I'm like, yeah, I'm sick.
But you know what? We have to learn how to set boundaries. I know you're a different person now, but I feel like growing up, especially if we never experienced boundaries, we don't know how to set boundaries for ourselves. And I think a lot of times as Jamaicans, with 2 Jamaican parents who never said no to nobody. My
Except
mom,
you.
nor my dad. Only me get no. But nobody else, anybody come at the house anytime of the night, them I go cater. It doesn't matter what it is, they run out. So we never learned boundaries. So that is something that we literally had to learn later on. And just like what you said.
She's 100% right, because he knows me a lot more than y'all do, and I'm big on boundaries right now. Very, very
and
big.
again, if you never experienced that, you wouldn't be able to set
wouldn't be able to
boundaries
do that right now.
Yo,
so
tell them one of the boundaries that you have.
oh man, that's gonna go. Ooh.
Just
No, I want to hear. I want to hear.
Tell them the one that I heard for the first time, a concept I heard. I never really heard any other man say.
Well, I choose not to hug women, you know, just meeting them, and it goes beyond that. I actually take time. It would have to develop a special bond and relationship for me to even do that, and that takes time.
Dre, you're not ready for that, Dre.
I don't hug a lot of women.
Dre's not a hugger. Dre's not a hugger.
This guy always judges me now. Always judge the boy.
Dre's not
The worst thing you can find him say is me my thing about.
No, I don't see Dre as a hugger. But I agree. But I am a hugger. And I think worse because I'm a teacher. And a lot of my kids, I saw a video yesterday and I feel more like I need to be more of a hugger even more now.
No, Rachel,
because
I'll give you a different reason.
No. Ali. No. So this lady, she was on the internet and she was crying. She was like, I'm starving for love. And she said, it's not like I need to do a massage. It's not like blah, blah, blah. But she's like, TLC. You're in a city by yourself. You don't have any friends. Who hugs you? We need physical touch. As humans, physical touch is very important to us. I agree with you. Don't do it for everybody.
Right.
However, in certain situations, a lot of my kids, their parents don't hug them. Yeah. Nobody tells them they're beautiful or you're amazing or whatever. Where do they get that physical touch? So a lot of people are literally starving for that physical touch.
I agree with that.
But
what is it about hugging though, Rome? What is it about hugging?
Yeah, why don't you want to do it, especially the first time you meet?
And how did you develop this idea and why?
There's so many avenues that led to this. First of all, I'm a personal trainer, health coach. I started out as a personal trainer before venturing into health coaching. So with my clients, I started out, very professional business type relationship or approach with them, opposed to hugging people that I'm actually touching. When I train clients, women, even men, but I train mostly women, you're touching them personally, right? Certain intimacy. Sometimes you brush their breast by accident or, whatever, right? I didn't want to do all of that, and then at the end,
hug them, right?
Because that can easily turn into something else. I didn't want no harassment this filed against me or anything like that.
40 years
That's
later.
very smart.
Right.
That's very smart.
Right, and we're taught that in personal training, studying for personal training, how to keep the client business relationship very professional. So I started out as like that in business, and then it transferred into my personal life. One time when I went out to an event. And you know how when you work, it just automatically sometimes, you do it so much in work and you take it home. Right. So it happened that I end up taking that home or taking it out socially. Right. And then people come up to me and I find myself, lion palm. Because lion palm, what I do more than handshakes. And then the girls would say, no, I'm a hugger, like what you say, and push themselves onto you. I looked at it and I found it disrespectful because I knew I couldn't do the same to her. If she says that she doesn't want to hug, and
Come here.
Right.
That is sexual. That's a sexual assault.
Right.
Immediately.
And
You're right.
And you know what I got from that, from the woman when I first presented that to them? No. And they felt, some of them felt away, stopped talking to me, and But over time, women tend to respect that about me. After knowing me, over time, they respect that, they appreciate it. They actually look at it as value. Like, oh, this person values himself, he has boundaries. Because most men, they want to hug.
Come, give me a hug.
Right, they want to rub against your breast. They want to, I see most men, they hug low, whatever. You know what I mean?
Did you see the Meg Thee Stallion when she went to throw the baseball at the event, and the guy, I don't remember his name.
Picked her up?
No, he was hugging her, but it wasn't
Low.
what he was hugging
her low.
It was, somebody said his hand slipped. No, sir, that was no slip of hand.
Of course.
And he had the biggest smile across his face.
Of course.
So-
It's a little cheat.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
So you're super sick, and talk to me now about how you get into eating healthier. Who put you on? Were you watching
My
YouTube?
mother. My mother inspired that because my mother, before that, my mother is a 7-day Adventist, right? Yes, and while being a 7-day Adventist,
These two are Seventh-day Adventists, so
Yeah.
you can tell.
yeah, while being a 7-day Adventist, her church introduced veganism to her in church. I was a part of that too.
Oh, wow.
And then she went. She did over 30 years now.
Of being
at this
a
present
vegan?
day of being a vegan. She
Wow.
eat fish.
Okay, so she's a pescatarian.
I guess
Yeah,
with
Right.
pescatarian, right? So other
Still
than that,
noble though.
yeah.
No, that's amazing.
Other than that, no meat, other meat otherwise from fish. And she's actually what inspired a lot of that, And also my grandmother. I remember as a kid back in Jamaica, my grandmother developed stroke and she died from a stroke, and I watched her. I remember, looking back, now that I'm adult, I look back and I realize grandma didn't move that much. She always sat down, always sent us to the store, and it's not like she couldn't walk. She wasn't bound from walking. She just chose not to walk in her 60s from when I remember her. And while we running around playing, because we kids full of energy, she could have still went out, sweep the yard. She could have still done. She sat down mostly and didn't do nothing. So her blood seized up from lack of movement, and that's one of the reasons that pushed me into actually personal training, because I wanted to move. I didn't want to be like
vitality.
Yeah, I didn't want to be like how she was. Didn't really move like that, because I watched her struggle.
Was
through
she
that.
a heavy set, or was she?
She wasn't much heavy set. She was just tall, mainly tall. She wasn't like big, too much big in body like heavy set. She was tall and in between, like, what do you call that? Slim, thick, a little.
Yeah.
But that's heavy for tall people.
For tall people, right.
Because people would look at me and say I'm thin, but I'm damn near 300 pounds.
Right, because
of your height.
Right,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's what I'm
No,
saying.
I'm agreeing with you. And the taller you
Don't do
are, me can't agree with you if me won.
Lose.
Okay. What was I gonna say?
Man, the
Taller
taller you are,
people, that's more pressure on your heart.
True.
So for shorter people, the heart doesn't have to go too far. So
To get the blood off.
You're right.
Right.
But when you're taller, you need more for that blood to go to the head, for the blood, especially
To
for
bring it back
circulation,
from
to
your
bring it
circulation,
back.
right.
So people don't realize that.
And fasting help with that too. Having that either 12,
The vegan
even 12 hours for the day, because
So you believe in intermittent fasting?
Yes.
Okay.
Because with
That's why I miss sleep.
Somebody said, no, honestly, I saw that post today, and the person said the key to intermittent fasting is sleeping 14 hours a day.
Right.
No, you can't eat.
If you eat at 7, you could be full until you go to bed and then wake up like 7.
right.
That's
So
12 hours.
that's 12 hours right
So
there.
I try not to eat, but I'm still, sick. I don't eat after 6. And then I don't eat until 7, 8 o'clock the next day.
Right.
Because I
So
travel
you're already doing 12
I'm
hours.
up from 5.
Right.
So I wake up at 5. Me not like how you turn. Me don't. So I wake up at 5 and then I travel and I get to work and then I eat by 7:30, 8 o'clock.
How big is your portion?
No, me eat plenty. Me eat a lot.
Yeah, so the portion.
Greedy.
The portion size
Has a lot. I know. I need to cut back on my portion size.
And what you eat too is the high calorie.
In the morning, I eat oatmeal, raw oatmeal. I don't cook it.
It is better you soak it overnight though with the water, with the liquid, because oatmeal and other grains and even nuts, it tend to have something they call phytic acid or anti-nutrients, and it take a long time to break down. So if you don't soak it overnight and you just eat it like that, even if you just throw the water on it like that, it's gonna give your body, your digestive system, a difficult time to break down. You probably not notice it,
right,
but it will.
Okay, so I will, thank you for that. So I will start putting the milk on it overnight.
Yeah, that's the best way to do it, overnight.
Thank you.
1 year no chicken.
What that?
1 year no chicken.
What that mean?
We don't curse on this show. What's the matter with you?
No, but you know what? I want to try the liquid diet. So the thing about me, I don't like anything that
liquid.
I only drink water. I don't like inconsistencies in my throat, if that makes sense. So like, you see, Dre, I'm gonna need you to come out the ghetto. Come out the gutter. So I don't drink like.
Check out episode. We'll post it right here. Which episode to check out?
Yeah, I only like water. So what would you suggest for me for my liquid diet? I don't drink juice.
Drink water.
Okay, so let me just count off the stuff, because our liquid fast is unique. It's unique at that it's not only water is the option. We have many different liquid options, but you let me know which one you don't like. Okay, so juice, you say you don't like juice, right? Porridge is one option for liquid. Yes, you can drink.
I love porridge.
You can drink porridge.
That's cheating.
No, it's
That's
not.
a meal.
It's a liquid.
It is a meal, but once you blend it out in a liquid, it's a
So you
filling
make
liquid.
the porridge and then liquefy it?
Yeah, you make the you make the porridge as porridge.
And drink it as porridge?
That's that's accepted in our liquid.
I have some plantain porridge at home.
Right.
I'm gonna go have that.
Right. So the reason why we make it like this, and I'm gonna say the other stuff, but I just want to interject with this. The reason why.
That's not water consistency, you know.
Right.
But I love porridge.
The reason why we include those type of thicker liquids in our liquid fast is because this liquid fast is catered to people who are probably struggle with liquid fast in the past. It's very difficult to liquid fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So those are just a builder. So when we have porridge in it, it's just say, okay, there's no exclusion as long as it's something that you can drink. You know what I mean?
So would soup be included?
Soup.
Love soup. Okay, all right.
But without the food.
Liquid. All right.
Without the food.
Without
I don't
the food,
like
of
the
course.
food.
American soup.
Right, food.
Broth.
Without the food, of
So
course.
no meat.
Nothing to chew. You know what I mean? Something that you're drinking.
All right.
Yeah, no meat, nothing, just the broth. And our main go-to is high water content fruits. You can actually eat the fruits. You can eat pineapple. You can eat the strawberry.
But then that's not liquid.
No. It is liquid because
Pineapple is liquid.
The reason why is because those fruits are high water content. So when you eat them, it would be compared to you blending it in a blender as a smoothie. It's just you just gonna have to chew it well.
So when I think of liquid fast, I'm thinking of
just plain liquid. No, our liquid fast is renew. Is something different. Is something that's more inclusive.
I love that.
So if you decide that you're going to join this liquid fast and you decide you're going to eat a high water content fruit.
Big capital.
Right.
No, when? For me. Because no, you tell me porridge and you tell me soup, and I will have those, so that's fine.
So say for instance you're going to choose to use a high water content fruit like pineapple, and eating pineapple all day, it will still give you a struggle.
What do you mean?
Because it's difficult. Yeah, it's just difficult.
So you need to have different...
No. What I'm saying is that when people think of, I could eat fruits. Oh, that's simple. No. You think it's simple, but for you to not go to the what you usually eat and swap it out for fruits all day, right? You know what I'm saying? It's still gonna be difficult. So it's our liquid fast will help you build up to.
Drinking,
and this is where the highest, just the water or just juice, that's the highest, you get the most benefits of it, but it's just a builder.
So when you say one day, are you talking from the time you wake up
Yeah.
till the time you go to bed?
We start from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. or 7 a.m. to 7 a.m. the next day. So 12 hours or 24 hours.
Okay.
Gotcha. So when you're doing 7 to 7, 12 hour, the 12 hour, do you have a cutoff for when you can eat, like throughout the day? Or do you generally have a cutoff for what time to stop eating? Stop playing footsie with me.
Probably 6:59 a.m. Right? You could eat until then if it started at 7 a.m.
No. You talking about the morning, or you talking about in the evening? No, he's talking about in the evening. So in the evening, at 7 p.m. you can eat. Right at 7 p.m. you can eat. So
generally, like there are some people like your mom, probably they don't eat past 6 or 7 to give the body time to. I'm gonna put you on stuff, boy, because you act like I don't know nothing. You act like all you vegans know stuff.
Put me on,
all right,
please, I beg you.
So, the health ministry, the health message, part of the instruction is you want to give your body 3 hours after your last meal before you go to bed.
Right.
So that's what I'm asking. If I'm doing a 12-hour juice fast from 7 to 7, 7:01, am I eating? Now, if I'm eating at 7:01,
can't go bed before 10.
Yeah, exactly. And do you have a time, like you have a wholesome, and we're trying not to make this a whole health thing. I'm sure you have a wholesome plan for the body, right? So sleep, the portion of sleep that you need. And again, if you're looking at the digestive timeline, you can't eat before a certain amount of time before you go to bed.
Right.
So if I'm eating juices from 1 to 7, from 7 to 7
to 7 p.m.
What is the cutoff for me to stop eating, and then how much sleep are you recommending in your in your plan?
Well, if somebody's only doing 12 hours fast and they eat around 7 p.m., 7:30, that's fine, and they can wait. They should wait at least 2.5 to 3 hours before sleeping, and that would be around that time, like after 10. That's fine. But they can also choose to just not eat anything else for the night.
True.
They can choose that. They can just choose it to just go straight to sleep.
Especially if you drink some soup or broth right before then, that can keep you the night.
Right, and that plays, what she said plays an important role in the 12-hour fasting. If you're choosing to do 12 hours from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m., you should try to focus on thicker liquids or fruits, something that's going to hold you. Yeah, so if you do have to go to bed early, like you said, you don't want to wait up, you have to get up early in the morning, you don't want to wait up until your food digests after 7. Yeah, you just choose to incorporate thicker liquids, and there's people that do that,
See, the reason like I said, when I think of juice fast, I'm thinking of fruit juices.
Right.
Not porridge, or liquid fast.
Right. I get what you're saying.
Not porridge, not soups, not,
not
other,
stuff like that,
because those things are way more hardier than fruit juices.
Right.
So
it'll keep you and hold you. So if somebody
especially one nice pot of porridge.
Yeah.
That will sit down on your belly the whole day.
Yeah.
So you seen your mother eating well, you decide to eat well and you stop hustling, or you have business hours for when you hustle now?
My business hours are from 7 a.m.
No, when you were
hustling.
Yeah.
After
While
you
I was
got
hustling?
sick.
Yeah, after you got sick, did you say, yo, I'm done with this selling herbs and people linking me, I'm gonna go healthy now, or were you still hustling and eating healthy?
No.
Tell me about that transition.
No, I was still hustling after I got sick, because I did need the money. I'm a person that hardly ever worked a job. I always was self-employed, for most of the time. Here and there, I work odd jobs, but I always was self-employed, so, and even the jobs I took, they were partnership jobs. There wasn't jobs where I had to go in and clock in, more like gig economy jobs. I used to drive for Uber, Yeah, so immediately after I got sick, and then I started the transition of eating healthier, I was still selling herbs. I was still selling herbs up until the point where I decided to, I'm done away with that. My CMOS products are my main focus. I'm more focused on building up my company, Black Health.
Nice.
Yeah. So.
Let them see the t-shirt, show them again.
Oh, yes.
All right.
Yes.
Check him out on Instagram. We're going to put all his contacts in the description.
So you went from hustling now to eating healthy, and then you said, yo, I'm going to start incorporating and spreading this to the community.
Yes, once I started personal training in 2018.
Yeah.
And I was working in Planet Fitness. That's a place. I didn't work for them, I worked for myself, but that was kind of like my office, Yeah, so I used to train my clients there, and I decided, I wanted to sell a product, I wanted to sell a health product. I was a big Dr. Sebi follower, so I decided to start out with CMOS. CMOS has a lot of minerals in it. It's natural, low side effects, except for if you have hyperthyroidism, you want to avoid CMOS because hyperthyroidism, your body develop a lot of iodine, and CMOS is high in iodine, So otherwise from that, CMOS is perfectly good for majority of people, even as a prenatal for pregnant women, So yeah, unless you have fish allergies, that's another thing. Some people are allergic to sea products. They just should avoid CMOS
So just a question, because you said hyper. What if you're hypo? Will it increase?
No, that's perfect for you. Hypo is a decrease of iodine.
Right, so you have low iodine, then this is something good to take.
Okay, so that's the question. Would it increase the iodine?
Yes.
Yeah, it would.
Okay.
It would. Yeah, it would increase the iodine.
What I appreciate with you as an individual, from just listening to you talk, and we'll get into is money the root of all evil after this. You do research to come to your conclusions. A lot of people who are in the health food space don't understand the differences when you just said if you're hypothyroid, right? If you suffer from hypothyroid, you shouldn't take CMOS, right?
Or take it in a minimal amount,
well,
if so.
You know the negative effects it will have on you if you have certain health benefits, right? There are a lot of people who sell health products and they think it's healthy.
For everything,
take it.
For everybody.
And then other people who have health issues take these products that they were told was all healthy and have some detrimental benefits, effects, right? So I really like that your product and when you should and should not take this product, because that's how also a lot of people like Ali said, we're Adventists, right? There are a lot of people who end up with cancer and they the Adventist church will jump on you. Health message. Yeah. Eat all healthy. Yeah. Stop eating the meat. You're going to hell if you eat meat. Right?
Raw diet immediately will cure your cancer.
Right. And then they'll have you go and do all these and eat all these different things when if you have certain ailments, you cannot eat. There are some people who can't eat certain herbal products
because it speeds up whatever rate.
You understand what I'm saying? And so a lot of these people don't know the detrimental effect health things have on normal people, right? But they'll always push these health things. And a lot of people, like I started by saying, they'll have cancer or whatever, and then they go down this road and die, to be honest, a lot of them wait till it's too late to start doing the healthy things. Yeah. And then they do the healthy things incorrectly. And
or they overdo it, and overdoing something healthy makes it unhealthy.
Right. And so I'm appreciative that you understand your products and you understand how it positively and negatively affects the body.
Yeah.
Now, Ali, talk to us about the root of all evil.
I want to finish with Rome and his story. Sorry. So, you're a personal trainer now. You found your product.
Yes.
What made you decide to start throwing events now? Because you also throw events. I've been to your plant, Nick.
Yes.
That you had. Very beautiful event. What made you decide to start throwing events?
I wanted to share me and what I do with our community, you know. I didn't want to just keep it to myself. I wanted to make it like a group thing, be interactive with people. And I found that so much people...
Just don't hug them.
Just don't hug them. That's right. And you know what's funny, Dre? And it's not even funny, but you know this is how people talk. What's funny?
Yeah.
The people who attend my events, they still attend year to year, knowing I'm not gonna greet them with a hug, and it's still all love.
Because that's the respect that they have for you.
Respect, right?
Because they want the product. They want what
You are the
product.
product.
Yeah,
It's like Eve. She wasn't able to get the tree of good and evil, so she wanted it even more. Women want what they're not even women. People
I'm
want
about to
what
say
they
this.
Because
like woman.
become and go come for you, but it's say woman and your country.
Who is that? Not how the story went? Did Adam eat the apple?
Yes,
Yes,
he did.
he did.
This
He said
nigga's
it's so
always
hard.
talking about the Bible and don't know the Bible, yo.
So Adam was like, "Yo, I want the apple over there."
He did, but then Eve was brave enough to take it. Hold on.
Exactly.
He wanted it, but Eve
He was like, "Damn, my rib, yo, how you gonna do this to me?
Yeah,
I
and
think
then
he was like,
I love you, so I'm gonna take this L with you."
No, he was like, yo,
Well,
bring
he
that
ate
apple
it.
to me. Bring
He
that
ate
apple
it.
for me.
It was a simp. It
That's
was a simp. That's what he was. Adam
Yo,
and
No,
Samson
he loved
were
his
both
wife.
simps.
He loved his wife, and that's
Adam
you're right.
and Samson were
Him-
both
but
simps.
what you would do, Dre? You say, "Yo, that's all you."
Listen,
What would you do?
First
Yeah,
off,
maybe you want that one.
this is-
No,
this
maybe
is-
you
what
want
you
you
would
want that one.
This is
Maybe
another
that's a
day.
problem.
Only girl, only sweet,
only girl around.
planet.
Yes, me would have simp too.
Cause you don't know nobody else. This is,
Yeah,
and you said the one that's perfect. Come on.
Yeah, beautiful. Yo, so
So your question, back to your question.
go on.
What was your question?
Oh yeah, you throw events, and that's a beautiful thing. What I just asked you, what made you start doing that?
Okay, and I
Yeah.
answered it, right?
Yeah.
Answered it, right. Okay.
So let's get to it. Is money the root of all evil? Why we chose that topic again? I forget.
You is who chose that topic.
Me and Rome were talking.
Yes,
and we
you guys
discussing.
were. So tell us.
Yeah.
I don't really remember. I think it has something to do with clients and
You know what it has to do with? We forgot to talk about one more thing. Greetings, people.
okay.
So now you have your products, you throw in events, and then greetings, people. Talk to us about greetings, people.
You're talking about the content.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, greetings, people. Is I don't like saying good morning. You know, the morning being that word come from mourning the loss of someone.
Right.
You know, yeah. So I like saying greetings or blessed day. You know, that's just the way I like to speak instead of saying morning. So that transferred into my content that I create. You know, and which end up going viral in December. You know, I had a sorrel video talking about the benefits of sorrel that ended up going viral, which Instagram actually
Hated.
They muted the.
Hated.
Why?
Are you kidding me?
Because they get the black man that blow up too big.
I think there's two thoughts process, or what's the best word to say?
Two ways to look at it.
Yeah. You know, there's two theories or suspicion as to why they did that. My company name is Black Health, and you know, I had my Black Health hoodie wearing, and I got a lot of negative remarks from not a lot, but a few negative remarks from white men saying, why would I wear a shirt that says Black Health on it? You know, then they compared it to, imagine if I wear a shirt that says White Health, how would that look?
I hate when they do
know,
this. Because, and then I'm gonna tell you why, like, I get very aggravated.
Oh, no.
Because, let me speak,
no.
okay? When you go to traditionally black communities, you do not find health stores. You do not find fruits, veggies. You don't find these things. What do you find? Liquor store. Every single
Fast
block.
food.
Bodega. Fast food. McDonald's. Every two store is a McDonald's, Kennedy's, Popeyes, Burger King. All of these things, but you cannot find a health food store. You can't find natural
Nobody
foods.
get mad at the Jewish man for saying halal.
No. Do you know the only reason
That's not
this
Jewish.
area, the only reason,
Kosher.
the only reason we have so many fruit stores in this area is because of Caribbean and South American people living here. It's not because it's predominantly Black Americans. If this was predominantly Black Americans, we wouldn't have one natural food store here.
So all right. I agree with you, right? It's wrong for them to automatically jump to race that way. But the context you just gave to his situation, if you're not from our community, you wouldn't know.
So stop talking. If you're not from our community, don't put your mouth in what don't involve
So
you.
you don't talk about white issues, do you?
That's not my issue. I don't get into white issues. I get into black
You always
issues.
talk about Trump. He's white.
That's a black issue. The man don't like black people. It's a black issue.
How much views or likes did the Sorrel video get?
Before it was
Shut down.
Before it was shut down.
It's still up, but it's silent.
I gotta look at
What
my
do you mean?
phone.
They don't
to
have
see.
the words? Like you can't
No
hear
sound,
it?
just
They mute it. You can
Why
still
is
see
that?
it.
Why would they
what
do
do
that?
you mean?
He didn't tell us about the second theory. So
Yeah,
the
there's
first one was-
there's a second suspicion as to why they do. I was just telling you about the first one.
Yeah.
But as of now, that
Can
video
you repost it?
I can, and I might do it in December. That video has currently it has 600,069K views.
How many comments?
And so 500,000 over a little bit over 500,000. The comments is 1,041. The likes is 78,000 likes. You know, so it has a lot of exposure.
So how are people
Got a lot
still
of
watching
exposure.
it if you can't hear what you're saying? Because the
They still have it
subtitle?
up. They still have they still
No
have it up.
subtitle.
There's no subtitle.
But people were commenting and thing until, I guess.
No, you can still comment, and people came to my aid in my defense and said a lot of what you said and a lot of what we think. A lot of people came to my aid because let me say it from my point of view before I go into the next theory. From my point of view, why I name my company Black Health is because I'm a black man that is health conscious.
Exactly.
My page is called simple. My page is called Me Fit Healthy Life or My Fit Healthy Life. So I'm just talking about myself as a black man being health conscious, and
Why should that bother anybody?
right, my lifestyle basically rubbed off to others, including my people, and my people, you know, they can identify with me as being a black man, so they represent it, or being a black woman, right? You know, so they represent it too. You know, other blacks they represent it too. So it's not a racial thing at all. You know, it's just us. It's just us. It's just me. You know, uplifting
But
myself.
you could look at your content and see that. So I don't like when you have an entire page where you're talking about healthy things. Of the videos I see you post, you're never really about black centric.
Right.
Outside of the fact that you're a black person, you're not speaking disparagingly against anyone. You're just talking about the fact that you're black
and your experience and
and
what makes
health, right? So like before they go and like these people are not even checking, in my opinion, because
they are checking. They know what they're doing.
I think that.
Well, let him tell the other explanation.
Oh yeah, I want to go into the next theory. The next theory is it also can be the instrumental that I use. The person's instrumental that I use, he remade it like a type beat. You know, when you do a type beat, you remake a original.
Licensing problem.
I'm gonna actually get exactly down to what I believe. So the original instrumental was to Chris Brown's song, is intoxication, not intoxication. Under the Influence, Chris Brown's song. The original, I'll say that again. The original instrumental was to the Chris Brown song Under the Influence, but somebody remade it, you know?
Okay, and they remix.
They remade it, made a type beat instrumental, and I used that. So it could possibly be that they saw that it went viral and they're not getting paid, and they decided to pull it.
So it's a licensing issue.
It could be.
Gotcha.
That could be another
Did you
reason.
ever reach out to them? Did
So
you
why
give
don't
them
you just
props
do
in
it
the
without
video?
the music?
Yeah.
Like
And
redo the
repost
video
it.
without the music.
Well, you know what? I decided
Or
to.
send it to Ali, Mr. Graphic. He can take the music off of it.
No.
Yeah, well, they are
Did you
the
not do
music.
the video without the music?
I did the video without the music. Yeah.
Yeah.
The video is actually on
YouTube.
on YouTube using another instrumental. Right. So if people want to find it, they can go to my page, click the link in my bio, and go
What's
straight
your
to
page
YouTube.
on YouTube?
On YouTube, Me Fit Healthy Life, just like Instagram. Me Fit Healthy Life on
Spell the
YouTube.
Me?
M-I Fit Healthy Life. M-I Fit Healthy Life. That's my page on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Those are the 4 platforms that I stream.
So, Rome,
Yes, sir.
is money the root of all evil?
I would believe so. I believe so.
Why?
Why?
Pray tell, good sir.
Why? Because from my experience, like I told y'all, I lived in the hood. I'm of the hood. I would call myself an intelligent ghetto youth from the hood. I would not ever make anyone forget that I'm from the hood. Great things come from the hood, you know, and I'm an advocate for that, you know. So I seen a lot, man, in the hood, and I seen what I seen in the hood, most of the crime was driven by money.
Lack of money.
Lack of money, right?
Yeah.
Or the greed over money, because there are some people that actually got money.
Yeah.
That just don't like to see you have money, and that's another reason why money driven, you know.
So
Dre's an opportunist.
Yeah,
Sorry, I didn't
I
tell
got you.
that.
I got you.
So very much
capitalist.
an opportunist.
And capitalist.
So here is my question to you. When we have these conversations around money, right? And you know, I'm not even going to talk about you, because I said I'm not going to negatively affect your brand.
No, you good, man.
No. You can you go?
Oh, so he's not gonna negatively affect your brand, but then he jumped to me. I hope you guys realize what just happened here. I will not go silently into the night.
Before I even get the words out. Okay. So you can you go to heaven without giving God money?
What if I didn't work?
Then you don't have money to give, do you?
Exactly. So my thing is, God never asked us for money. Get it correct. God said, bring 1/10 of whatever you have. We converted that into money.
No. It's you ready for me to tell you?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
It's 1/10 of your harvest.
Yes. So it doesn't matter what your harvest is. It could be money. It could be plant. It could be animal. It could be whatever you're doing. It's 1/10 of it.
We're not
necessarily money.
We're not in an agricultural.
What if I am a farmer?
Okay. So
Okay.
Harvest, then that's not like no money should be given anymore. Then,
but we're not farmers.
Yeah.
Farmers, their business was provision.
Barter. And it was barter. It was a barter
Our
system.
business now is money.
Yeah.
Okay? When you want to exchange something, it's money you use. Back then, they probably used to exchange their fruits or their vegetables or their animals.
Or if you're a tradesman and you're a fruitsman, I can fix your house and I give you the money. I'll give you whatever I have.
We've exchanged all that with money now. So now, let me get back to you again.
Okay.
Can you go to heaven without giving God money?
Well, if money you work, you have to give him 1/10.
So you can't go to heaven without giving God money?
It depends on what your work gives
What's
you.
the answer, Dre? Tell me.
I'm waiting for her to give me an answer.
I
know my answer.
You may not agree with my answer, but is that
What do you think, Ali? You can't go to heaven without giving God money?
Yes.
You can?
Yeah, I believe so.
How?
I believe so. You know, I don't go to church. I used to go to church. My mother still go to church. I don't go there anymore. You know, I don't have nothing
against.
against most churches, you know. Yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
I do have something against pastors. I met a few who just collecting money and they go swindle it, you know. It's not really about the church building or, you know.
I'm talking about these pastors that's buying private jets. And the guy from Brooklyn with all the gold chains.
Even smaller than that, I know pastors that they actually wear a robe, and particularly with pockets designed in it, for the people to put money in it. And then it's not just that. When they leave, I know them personally. They leave, they go to City Island, go eat on big drinks and, you know what I'm saying, and live that life, you know. So they're manipulating the church thing. But what I was saying, to answer your question directly, I help out a lot of homeless people on the street. Not all the time, not every time.
So it's you who did it, and this guy was here taking credit. You remember when he was like, "Oh, I fed homeless people." So it's you who did it.
If it's one thing Dre gonna do is remember something else.
I see. I have good memory.
Go ahead.
You related to elephants then, man.
Elephant.
Yeah. So
Shankle me uncle.
just your community service that probably no one sees. I believe it don't necessarily have to be money given to. I think it don't have to be exactly cash money. It could be food. It could be, you know what I'm saying? There's different ways you can help out people.
And I agree with you, because
Your
again,
services.
it could be your time.
Can be your time.
Because if you're somebody who gets work by the hour and you said, you know what, this hour, I'm gonna help anybody within this hour. That is also tithing, because you're giving off your time. So
That's
I agree
right.
with
That's
you.
right.
So,
Agreed.
okay. So since you people want to be
No,
difficult-
he just want people to answer
No.
him the way he wants.
That's not true.
He doesn't want the answer
That's-
that we're giving.
No.
Right.
There is two different things.
We are in a financial economy.
Okay, but that doesn't
The
mean
world
that.
the world. Okay, so are you gonna go to work without them giving you
No,
money?
no, if you pay me my money, you're crazy. Me work for free. Me doesn't work for free.
Okay, you see what I deal with, folks. You see what I deal with. Okay, fine. Now let's get back to the root of all evil,
Yeah.
right? The reason I don't believe money is the root of all evil is because evil people are going to do evil things with or without money. You just mentioned
I agree.
that there are people out there that are evil with money and they don't even want you without money to go and get money.
Right.
Right? Evil people are going to be evil
I
no
agree.
matter what. Money, however, I am of the opinion, and most of y'all are going to disagree. Comment. Come for me. Money solves 99% of every problem.
I agree.
Every problem.
I agree.
No.
I agree.
Money solves
99?
99%
I agree.
of every problem.
I agree. And I don't agree with this man for everything.
Money-
But I agree.
Health.
Stop right there. Money solves a health problem. Now, if you were ill, right? Outside of the fact that you forage, which 99.98% of people in the world do not do, right? We can agree there?
You remember that from the last episode?
I do.
Yeah.
He just told you I'm related to elephants.
Don't forget nothing.
No, I'm saying you remember that.
So everyone knows a healthy lifestyle is an expensive lifestyle.
That is true as well.
Right? Ding, ding, ding. Money solved the health problem. Obviously, if you're deathly sick and you need an organ, money solves that too.
True.
But if you go the
Put you at the
legal
top,
route,
if you put you at the top of the list,
If you-
or you can buy it around the corner.
that's why I said if you go the legal
Yeah,
route, it
that's
doesn't
true.
really help you.
It does.
But
It puts you at the top of the list. You give a good donation to the hospital. You go to the top of the
you go.
list.
There you go.
Check this.
Uh-huh.
Money is a plug for your health. It's not the cure because you
We
go
never
to the
said it's a
hospital.
cure.
the
We never
plug,
said
the plug
Listen.
is a solution.
Nah, the plug is to stop the leak, but the leak don't fully stop. For instance, radiation. Radiation, people could
It's
get
the
that and
worst.
still die.
It
Bro,
don't, 'cause it's
but you
understand?
activated
But
charcoal.
You pay for that radiation.
Listen, Ali.
Activated
Ali.
charcoal. Go on.
No,
Go ahead.
no. When your body is harmed, right? The folks that survive a severely harmed body are the folks that have the financial resources to explore all the options.
That's true.
Those are the most of the times. Those are the folks that survive.
That's true.
Okay?
Because they
Money
get all
is what
the
solves that.
newest technology. So it doesn't have to be
I have
chemo.
a client that flew his daughter on a private jet to Europe for a doctor to look at her back. There are tons of people in the Bronx with back problems, and they're not going anywhere. They're limping and huddling, trying to get around.
That's true.
I've seen money solve problems.
Yeah, that's,
Okay?
I would say that's one aspect of it. I can't say that money don't solve a lot of problems, but with
Tell me the problem. Okay, let's do the easier route. Tell me the problems money don't solve.
Relationships.
Lies. Lies.
If you
have money, if I'm yelling, I'm sorry, he doesn't like me yelling. I'm sorry. If you have money, that is the best way to get a woman to be submissive to you.
Yeah.
But listen, she's only there for the money.
It don't matter.
No, hold on.
She's
pause.
only there for the money.
Hold on, pause. Because
if the
we
money
had this
dry up, she
conversation
gone.
before. Hold on.
It don't matter.
No. If let's say you had money before, or no, you never had no money. You met her, both of you work together. I know we have money together. I wasn't with you because of the money. I was with you before the money.
Yeah. But even if you had the money, even if she met you with the money, they will still fall in love with you.
That's true.
Money will buy love.
That's true.
Okay?
Women tend to fall in love.
So give me another one money don't solve.
I'm gonna say money is the root of all evil. I'm gonna say.
Why is that? Tell me why.
Because any person of any nation will turn on their own people, the greatest leader
for money
in their community, for money.
I would add to that, even though hold your thought if you're not finished. You know, remember Hitler and them people going back in the days, Saddam and I forgot some of their names. What's this, King George, you know? Yeah. A lot of those people cause millions and millions of lives to be lost over power.
It's not what's overpowered. Do you know what? Hold on. Do you know what 99% of all these wars were fight over?
Money.
Women.
Women?
Money.
That's not, when I did my research, that's not what I got.
When you go deeper into it, there was some woman behind all of these so-called wars. Somebody never married to somebody, somebody sleeping with somebody, and that's why I'm telling you, most of the wars, it's not even about money. And that's why marriages, we're gonna marry your daughter, you're married, and then the marriage don't work out. No, me go kill you. And you will let your family and everybody because but again, the woman come with money.
So that's not what I got from my research, but I'm open to hear. I'm open to hear what you say.
So you guys are using money and power synonymously.
Money and power is synonymously.
It's not,
money
though.
equates power.
It's not.
Why not?
Because,
you don't think so?
No, because Obama is not the richest person on the planet. But there was a point in time when he was the most powerful person on the planet. So money and power is not.
But money will put you into the room.
Actually, I don't mean
that's true.
I don't mean to cut you, but Obama wasn't the one that was real. That's the power. He was just a face.
Probably
All
really behind him.
Probably, right? But he held the office
that had
the power, right? That is why people don't want Donald Trump back.
Why you touch me? He touch me. Tell him don't touch. Ali, tell him not to touch me. Go ahead. Because your friend right now down at the court.
Who's
right
my
now,
friend?
Right now, we're waiting for him. Donald Trump. 30 indictments.
FYI, I am not a Trump supporter. Okay?
30 indictments.
So
the best president.
So
let's go.
So the reason, I understand the concept of there are people behind the president who really controls the strings, right? I understand that, but the office itself does have power.
Well, I agree.
Right, and so I know people that have a ton of money
but no power.
With no power, and their sphere of influence is bigger than a person's sphere of influence who don't have the same amount of money. But when it comes to power, like this guy I know had 2 private jets, right? Somebody was bullying his daughter in school. If you have power, nobody's bullying your kid. Right. You know what I'm saying?
There's a difference between power and influence, though. Somebody without a high position can have a lot of influence. You know,
True.
just by being who they are.
But you can't have power without influence.
You can't have power.
Power comes with influence.
You can be put in a position, you know, like when he was saying about Obama and them, from what I research and the sources that I know, Obama was put in that position because of the people who he lobbied with that wanted him in that position. And
Right.
those lobbyists, those people who run
Have
the
the
big
real power.
companies, the banks, the
Yeah.
this and that, yeah, they're the one that's telling you
Even
what
though
to do,
they're the
populating you
ones
like a
who
string. So
make sure that certain laws are passed.
right, so
they're the ones who write
really
the
has
laws.
the power in this situation,
Okay.
you know? So I really
But those
disagree
people
with
all
Obama.
have money.
They,
In order to have that amount of pull and push and string to, they need to have money.
they also have a family legacy
That's true.
that
I agree.
stem from
Slavery.
generation and generation that's been passed over.
Right, I
that
agree.
comes with the power. But yeah, there's money there. Land, you know, land is the real money. You know, land and gold. You know, that's the real money, and that's what a lot of them steal and have.
Nope.
To this day.
Yeah, they
You
conquered
don't think
back
so?
in the days. People conquered,
back in the
warred,
day.
and fight, and,
Yeah,
but that
yeah,
back
yeah.
in the days lead up to now because those are the people that are in
Still
real
have the
control.
money.
Generational
They,
wealth.
they take your land. You know, remember what a lot of war. You said women, but a lot of war, from my knowledge, was
For land.
Yeah, for land, territory. You know, China, Japan back in the days, they was overpopulated. I forgot what 19 whatever.
They're still overpopulated. to
They
this day.
still, and that's why they have the rules of 2 children. I don't know if
That
it's
was
only.
But now they're
That's
begging
China.
people to start having kids again because their aging population.
They're
it's-
declining.
So they're top
declining.
heavy, but they don't have nobody to replace all these jobs.
Okay.
So no, but I agree with you.
Yeah, so what I was saying, that back in the days, Japan, when it was overpopulated and the people was starving and such, they makeshift a war with China, just to go to war with China to get to gain more land. They said China destroyed a railroad, which wasn't true. You know, this was back in the Hitler times too, when they was fighting the world wars. Yeah, they made, and in a lot of situations like that, they make up war just to gain your land. And when they gain land, it's for power. The more land they gain, they can have their people move into that, and you know, and they feel also more powerful as a nation. Nations feel more powerful the more land they have. You
That's
know?
why Alexander the Great
resources they
wanted to
have.
take over the whole world.
So, in the time we live in now, we can't go killing people for their land anymore. Right?
They still
They
do it.
do
They
it.
still do it. So
Look in Colorado. Did you hear about the couple in Colorado? This black couple moved into Boulder, Colorado, and literally their white neighbors, because they bought 120 acres of land. A black couple, and they are ranchers, and they're killing their animals. They're like setting
Ways like that. Real
torches,
stuff.
crosses,
Real stuff.
all these things, and now the police come and lock them up. They have a camera to show what is happening, and the police took their camera and locked them up. And nothing has happened to their neighbors who have been harassing them.
KKK.
So,
they
Of
even
course.
poison streams and stuff like
Yes,
that with the water
around
flow.
our
There's a lot of they do it.
Oh, you heard about that with the Amazon? They wasn't able to cut down trees, so they forest fire came out.
Right. They find so much different
Oh wow.
creative ways nowadays.
Dre
So
finishes
go ahead,
first.
Trey.
Yeah.
So what I said was we can't go around and killing people. You just mentioned arresting people, and you don't know if they took their land. Just because they're in jail doesn't mean they don't still own their land. But when countries used to go to war for people's land, now America went to war for oil. The other
Oil,
day,
right.
But in general, our world is global now. It would be tremendously difficult for America to go and kill Mexico for the land Mexico has, right? So, however, a person with money can go and buy as much of Mexico as he can, right? Bill Gates is one of the biggest landowners in America. He just did that. And if he didn't have the money, and he had the power and the influence before the land, if he didn't have the money, he couldn't have bought all the land. right now.
But hold on, what is he gonna do with that?
Nobody
land?
knows. I don't know if he said.
And therefore, is it pushing the narrative that money is the root of all evil because he may do something?
He's been
evil
doing something. From what we know.
He don't like black people.
So
at all.
But
I didn't know that.
So what we're doing now is we're talking about the chicken or the egg.
Nah, Dre. There's mad videos out where Bill Gates and Melinda Gates are saying, "Yeah, we gotta experiment on black people in Africa first. We gotta give the vaccines to black people."
That's not what I'm talking about.
We know that we gotta put the Planned Parenthoods in black communities first. We know that Margaret Sanger and all of that.
What I'm saying is
that Bill was evil.
Are gonna do evil things. That's what I'm saying. So whether he had the money or not,
he was gonna watch
those folks that are putting that was messing with the people in Boulder, Colorado. Those people aren't rich, but they were still messing with this black family, right? So evil people are gonna do evil things. So if you put an evil, so here's the thing, right? You have to, in order to generate the amount of wealth that these people we're talking about have, you have to be damn near relentless. And being relentless borderlines evil.
You believe so?
Being relentless.
I'm relentless.
I think I understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
To make 100 million, somebody gotta die.
Well, I don't know about dying, but you gotta step on
You gotta crush some people.
Right?
Even if it's as small as the Congo mining, how people are mining right now.
Yeah.
Tesla batteries.
Yeah.
And they're literally killing them in the
man.
mines.
I can't log on to that relentless thing because I read powerful self-help books about people being relentless, and it don't really have anything to do with destroying anybody else. It's just pushing you.
That's how you are interpreting it, right? If I am a Navy SEAL, being relentless means killing every goddamn person that goes through my scope.
Or what goes
I
in
would
your
call
way.
that ruthless. I don't know if I would call that relentless.
I would say that's
Heartless,
synonymous.
You know what I mean? I think relentless. I would define relentless as like pushing,
not giving up,
like
by
pushing,
all means necessary.
Not to kill somebody.
Got him.
Hey, man, not to kill somebody though.
But again, it comes back to what Dre said originally. Evil people, when they're relentless, they're gonna kill everybody in their way. But if you are pursuing good and you're relentlessly pursuing good, your relentless is going to be for good.
So relentless doesn't mean tying to evil. Relentless just means relentless.
No, what I'm saying is in order for you to get to those kind of levels, you have to be relentless.
Ruthless. I would use that R word, ruthless.
Because you're our guest today, we're going to use ruthless.
Yeah,
right?
I want to use that.
So you have to be ruthless, right? And so
ruthless, yes.
Ruthless people are gonna do whatever they need to do to get. So I don't know that I would call it money though. It was because they're ruthless, not because of the money.
Okay, let me throw this wrench into it, right? Mm-hmm. Do you believe money can cause people to be that way though? You know, like after you get the money, like before you was humble.
No. I think money brings out what was already.
It magnifies.
So?
I agree. Yeah. I think money magnifies whatever was inside of you, because you know you have some poor people, but them proud and them already bossy and whatever. So okay, let's say a security guard. Okay, before they were a security guard, they were always bossy. Now the security guard, nobody can come through. They have to search everybody. They must do the most of everything because they have a little bit of power. You get what I'm saying? But that was something that was in them already. I don't believe that one day when you get money, you're gonna become this thing. I think it was already, the seed was already there.
I don't believe, I hear what you're saying and I hear that a lot, but I disagree with that because I believe a person can have good intentions. A person can be good in their ways and put in a situation, and the situation and the lifestyle and this new experience and the way they see life now can be different, and they also could rub off from the people that are around them. You know, once you're in a certain higher up position, everything is different. You drink tea like this with your pinky. you know what I mean? You know, people sniffing coke, some of them, you know, like it's a total different world when you're around a different
so
you know?
So
I agree with that.
Again, but you're bolstering,
it can corrupt you.
You're bolstering our point. human beings, when you're struggling, you find something to latch on to. And religion has been what was given to people who are struggling to find some inner sense of peace and power, right?
Do you know what Marx says about religion?
Who's Mark?
Marxist.
Marxist.
Yes, Karl Marx. He said religion is the opium of the people. Drugs.
Okay.
It just keep you high.
Okay. Well,
Napoleon said religion is a tool used to control poor people.
It is absolutely true.
right.
Continue.
So the more financially strapped you are, is the more religious you are.
Mercy.
Because you are not able to change your current circumstance. So you need some external power to help you change it. And that's why you'll find a lot of people, they'll delve into witchcraft or any other external power to help change the current circumstance, because they physically can't. You can't, like, they can't fathom a way out, right? I don't even remember where I was coming from.
No, you were talking about when they come to the United States.
So when, right, I was trying to tie in the people that want to change, and it's not money that's causing the change, it's the change was inside of them.
The people that want to change for what? For the
You're
better?
saying they get money and they change. I'm saying the
okay.
change was there, the money just brought it out. Right?
So the seed was there.
Right. So there are a lot of Adventist people in Jamaica, right? Who, and I'm only using Adventists not to bad talk Adventists, but because this is something I know. In Jamaica, we don't eat this, we don't eat that, we don't wear this, we don't wear that. And then they come to America and then they'll wear
Purple hair.
purple hair,
Nose
rings, earrings.
Lipstick.
Yeah.
Ring, palm finger, long fingernail, name it.
And this actually wasn't talking about her, but this is exactly what I'm talking about,
Yes,
right?
sir.
So they
Let's go.
come to America. I've met a lady, my wife and I went to England. And we met a lady who, we were on our way to church the Sabbath. And she was like, oh, I used to be Adventist and I stopped. And we were like, well, why? You come to America and you can't find a church. And I'm like, I'm a tourist and I found a church. Right. You know what I mean?
Right.
So the point I'm making is these changes they wanted to do
Long ago.
but now that they're in a new
Situation.
place where no one's there to judge them, they're in a whole new country. So it's easier for them to make these changes. Now, similarly, when you have money, you can put yourself in a new environment. It's like, I have a friend, right? A guy I used to call a friend. His brother was gay, right? They're from Brooklyn. He moved to Philly.
His brother or him?
The brother moved to the gay brother moved to Philly, the city of brotherly love, right?
Why we have to do this?
He moved to Philly to come out.
Yeah.
Because no one there knew him to judge him.
But it didn't have to be Philly. It could be anywhere else.
I know, I was just being facetious.
Yes, just away from.
It just so happened as Philly, and Philly is the city of I'm being facetious, but those are facts that are there, right? So it's the same thing. If I get stinking filthy rich, you best believe I'm moving.
Where are you moving to?
I don't know. Right? So I'm moving, and now that I move, I can do different things. If I wanted to do different things, and no one is there to judge me or hold me accountable to the things I said before I had the money. You understand what I'm saying? And I think that's what causes the change. It's not
the money.
I think it's a catch-22.
I still don't believe that. It's
I can't wait for you to get rich.
Everyone,
because you're gonna be eating steak.
I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. The way I think.
Yeah.
I'm rich. Every day I wake up, man, I smile.
Okay, rich with money I'm talking about.
To me, to me, I know physical money can buy things, nice things and whatever, you know.
You gonna be eating some steak, bro? I see it.
Listen,
No.
I see
The
it.
man is gonna eat plants.
from my walk of life, I'm sorry, from my walk of life, Dre, I met so many people who have money, real money. I met this man one time when I was driving Uber. Stone his money out the window, hundreds.
Out the window?
Yeah, out the window, man.
Damn, you should have drove by my house.
Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, and he explained to me that, listen, man, this ain't nothing, man. You know, he's really going through it, whatever he's going through in his life. But even on interviews, I watch people, even recently, Papoose made an interview saying that, yo, listen, I got money, but money ain't all, man.
You know
what I'm
who's
saying?
always saying that?
Who's saying
Rich
that?
people.
People with money.
Rich people
Those are the ones always
always
saying
feel like
The
know
reason
why?
why I believe because they experience things that people without money doesn't desire. It's kind of like please hold on to your thought. I know you want to go, and I really want you to go. It's kind of like the Jamaican American thing. You know how much people come to America from Jamaica that was
this
living
high-
good, right? With this high expectation of America, because America advertised that to people. That's how they do to get people to come
Yep,
here.
yep.
Then when they come here, they realize.
nothing.
Jesus
You can't walk nowhere and pick up a fruit.
Right.
Apart from foragers.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So I believe that once you know, a lot of people ask me this question. A lot of people say, yo, what would you do if such and such? And I tell them, you know, I have to be in that situation to really fully answer the question, because experience, man.
So
experience.
You brought up Papoose, right? I want to talk. Go ahead, Ali, before, because I'm talking a lot.
I just wanted to say, the problem probably with people with a lot of money is that they're not able to trust anybody anymore, because they don't know if somebody's being genuine or doing it because they know they have a lot of money. That was just an idea I had.
But I feel like that's new friends. I feel like if we grew up, if we're always around each other, let's say all of us
But
right
even
now.
your brothers.
Let's say, okay.
I have a friend, and he came over here, took out a loan for $10,000 to build a house in Africa, sent it to his brother. His brother's showing him pictures the whole time. Oh, look, we got this done. Next thing you know, there's no house built.
They just shot themselves in the leg. Finish.
There's no house built. How could he have done that if not for money?
Did he have money?
Who?
The brother.
No.
Okay. And he was evil, right?
Yeah.
So he was evil
Before the money.
I know what you
I would say he took the money and
Obviously
became
he
evil.
did.
So the minute he took
No,
the money,
no,
he became evil.
Instant.
he had a decision. He said, yo, I can keep this money.
Ali, evil people are gonna do
Yeah,
evil
I agree.
things, bro.
I agree.
Period.
But that means money is the fuel for them to do evil
Money
things.
creates the opportunity.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Let me raise my hand. I just want to give one more for the
Please.
fight for us.
I actually wanted to talk about the points you made, but go ahead. One more.
Okay, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead.
You're the guest.
All right. So you remember the crack epidemic,
Yes.
when they put the crack in the black
Yes.
communities?
Yes.
They did that to to cause fighting and against one another, against the black people in the community.
They wanted us to deteriorate.
Yeah, they wanted us to fight over the crack and whatever,
And
right?
destroy the family.
And destroy them, and that's
Jesus.
exactly what happened. So, in that time, before that, a little bit before that, coming out of slavery and realizing that our oppressors is really evil. He still want us down, even out of slavery. Black people developed gangs, which was really gangs to help out the community. Crips
Like
was
the Black Panther.
like Black Panther and
Yep.
the Crips, and then the Crips and the Bloods came from that. Crips standing for creation, community work in progress. That's what Crips actually stand for.
Restoration.
Right, community work in progress. That's what it stands for.
Yeah.
Blood stand for brotherly love over all oppression, and I forgot what the D stands for. Brotherly love over all depression or oppression, whatever. But basically the point I'm making is that those gangs stem from the fact that they was being oppressed and such by whites, and they wanted to do something get a
To
group to
uplift the
uplift the community. Right. Crack came in, that corrupted them. You know, now Crips and Bloods is fighting against one another. Crack serve its purpose. So my point of saying all of this is that before the Bloods and Crips got corrupted, even Black Panther, some of them got corrupted through greed and money and stuff by the CIA and whatever. But before that, the origin of these gangs was to uplift the community, and they got corrupted through money. Yes, through money. That was the reason why they got corrupted. So I just need this gone.
So you know where is the most peaceful places on the planet? You know where?
Tell me.
Communist countries?
No.
Where?
The wealthiest places on the planet is where you will find the most peace.
I could agree with that.
Because there's no
You
need for me to
cannot
rob your
deny
house.
that.
There's no reason for me to have a gun
Okay.
to come shoot you because
Yeah, I
I have
can't deny
everything I
that.
have.
That means if your premise was correct, they should be having a whole lot of crime and a whole lot of bad stuff happening in their community because there's a lot of money there. But the wealthiest communities, some of these people don't even close their doors, don't
That's
even
true.
lock their doors.
But what happened to
Poor
the
communities
massacres?
in Jamaica did that.
What happened? Yeah, that's true, and even Africa. You know, so me
I was
just
gonna go to
deadly
Africa
agreeing. Me
too.
just deadly agreeing with that wasn't right. I've been in those communities. You know, school shootings from those kids. I'm not saying it's high
But those
crime.
are crazy people.
It's the kids from the school, man. It's the
But
kids that go to
they're
the
crazy
school.
people.
Yeah.
If you're getting a gun to go and shoot up a school as an adult or as a kid, something's loose upstairs.
So-
Or you're just evil.
Or you're just evil.
And it's up there too. I've been there, and then you would be shocked to see those things happen in those communities. You think that none
Yes,
of
but
those
those things are one-offs. Those things aren't happening
I hear
regularly.
that, I hear that. It's
In
not
our
typical.
community, not as much as it used to.
But those are violent crimes. I'm sorry to cut you. Those
Yeah.
are violent crimes. But there's a
Yeah.
lot of white collar crimes that go on in those.
That we
places,
don't
too.
ever hear about.
That we don't
Sure.
hear
Look,
about.
I'm not
So
saying
much
these
money
people aren't
being
criminal.
and that's evil.
But which one would you prefer? The white collar crimes happen?
None of them. Because when you rob me and scam me,
Bernie Madoff
Man.
stole $65 billion.
And not and who got
The
back
person
in?
who Ponzi scheme was named after didn't even steal as much as him. They could change the name from Ponzi scheme to Madoff.
made up scheme. Look what happened to Hussein.
Saddam?
Hussein Bolt.
Oh, Bolt.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Them white collar crimes.
Yeah, so listen. You would much rather getting scammed than getting shot, brother.
You can't get back
I
your
can
money.
promise you that. You would much rather get scammed than get shot.
You got shot before?
No. I ain't lying. Would you want to get shot? Or would you rather get scammed out of $5,000?
some shots could heal. You know? Some
But you
shots.
can't
You
pay
could
back
earn
your
money
money.
back.
Some scams
Break your.
man.
A lot of people commit
Yeah, there's some
suicide.
people give their whole
after.
life. Yeah, that's true.
And you have to understand too, if you are poor and you become rich, it's easier to go back poor. Because if you used to eat mackerel out of the tin, and one day you start eat lobster, it's easier to go back to the mackerel. But if for your born you only eat lobster, you only eat escargot, you only eat and steak. You know what I'm saying?
You only use
You cannot now
Not able
go
to
try to eat spam.
They suicide themselves in many cases.
Okay.
You're right. You're right about that.
So again, I guess
We
we're
going
at a
straight
stalemate.
from
We're at a
straight from
stalemate.
the topic.
I think we're at a stalemate here because there isn't any. So again, your philosophy around money drives how you think about money,
I agree.
right? And if you guys think there's a concept called limiting something with your mind, right? Limiting something, I forget what it's called, right? And the philosophy behind it is, if you have a negative thought process around X,
It's
then
gonna
you
be
have a
negative.
limiting ability around X.
Yeah.
So the folks who generally have this negative mindset around money usually don't get a whole lot of it, because if they do get up there, then they start feeling guilty about having all of that money.
Disagree again. When I would go back to the time when I was hustling, in the streets, selling the weed and thing. I had nothing less than $1,000 in my pocket, in my wallet every day. Made so much money, it was ridiculous. Ridiculous. I had workers, people work for me all the time, we need to go and all that. But I wasn't.
But you weren't doing it legally.
Huh?
You weren't doing it legally.
Yeah, I wasn't doing it legally, but
that's why that's where all the negative towards it comes from. You had to hide and run and all of these different things.
No, at the time, I still didn't love money back then, even though I had a lot of money.
So why the hell were you doing it?
I was just doing it just to be
active.
Just to be a successful person, because I have those characteristics in me.
What's success to you?
Success to me is just accomplishing something, accomplishing a goal, anything. I made a video, edited, that's success to me. Yeah, success to me is minimal, so I was doing a lot more good. I was doing a lot of good while I was making that much money there, in the community. I was helping out a lot of people, so that brought me, that made me feel good, brought me joy. Yeah, it brought me a sense, even though I helped out a lot of people. Borrow money, they don't pay. But for the good reasons, though, family members I'm talking about, borrow money. Yeah, they condemn what I do.
But they will take the money.
Yeah, they take the money.
I love that.
They take the money real quick. So the point I'm making about that is, while I was up with so much money, I wasn't happy. I wasn't extremely happy. It didn't bring me that much joy. I did a lot of stuff. Yeah, I had nice cars, jewelry and stuff. But at the end of the day, I wasn't satisfied. I wasn't
have peace.
Yeah, and now that I have less money, I would say I have less money now than then. I'm not making $1,000 a day now. I have way more satisfaction and peace within myself. You know what I mean?
Because you're doing legal things now. You don't have somebody. Listen, I have a friend. He's dead now. One day he came to visit me, right? And he was so paranoid. He was a drug dealer. And it's crazy because he didn't have to be. He was a very smart guy, like really smart and incredibly talented on the soccer field, right? He got a scholarship to college to play soccer, and he wanted to become an architect. So he didn't have to sell drugs, but he became impatient and didn't want to finish the process, right? So he comes to visit me one day, and we're just sitting there talking. He's rolling his weed, drinking whatever, and we're just there vibing, right? And he says, "Yo, Dre, I'm so paranoid right now. I feel like that fence is coming to get me." The fence. So, and that's because he's doing illegal things.
I understand.
And there is a massively overarching power structure coming to stop him, right? That's probably where your trepidation and the sense of the angst that you had back then, that's probably where yours came from.
Well,
either the police is coming, or you got to be worried somebody's trying to kill you for yours, or like there's a whole set of.
But what you're saying, that would give me a negative outlook on money. That's what you're saying?
No, I'm saying you are saying when you had the money,
you weren't satisfied.
No, that's actually not where it come from. Satisfaction was just the fact that I had no time for myself. Just being a workaholic. Now, opposed to then, I have so much time. I'm still busy, but I can have the time for myself to cook, to meditate, to exercise. I wasn't doing those stuff before. Eating more healthier, stuff like that.
But those are decisions you made for yourself. So if you made these same decisions while you were selling drugs, you're saying you would have been happy?
Probably, because I wasn't. My lifestyle back then was reckless. So then it's not the money.
Let me ask you a question, Dre.
Back then was reckless.
Let me ask you a question. Will there be only good in heaven?
According to the Bible.
There's only supposed to be good. Yeah. So will there be money in heaven?
No. It wouldn't be any.
But I hear there's gold. They're going to be gold.
Well, gold is not money.
Gold is?
And gold is going to be on the floor. According to the Bible, the floor is going to be gold. Streets are
But
gold.
remember that gold is not the highest emerald, right? You have so many other emeralds.
But gold is what's compared to money.
Well, yes, but you have so many other ones, so many other precious jewels.
So
that
the point is, there's gonna be so much riches there
that you don't
Your
need to fight over
lexicon
it.
about riches is gonna be
yeah,
there.
there's no need to fight over it because it's on the
According
ground.
to the
We're
Bible.
walking on it.
Yeah.
There's no need to steal it. It's on the floor.
I don't know what heaven's gonna be like, so I don't like to
talk about it.
heaven.
So how about Satan being in heaven and being corrupted? That's a good point to the question you asked.
Uh-oh.
That's true.
Yeah, I got time.
Hey, listen.
So the Bible says, and a lot of you Christians don't talk about this. The Bible says, I'm gonna tell you two things, and then we should probably close and
Yeah,
talk.
I think so.
All right.
Talk about this another day. The Bible says God created good and evil. Right?
Right.
Y'all don't talk about that. Because they always say, when you ask somebody, where did Satan come from? They say, oh, he was a corruption of God's perfection.
Didn't God
So
create
tell me
that?
where in the Bible God said He created good and evil.
You want me to tell you right this minute? Because I don't know
We'll
right
pop it
this
up.
minute.
We'll pop it up
We'll
right
put
now.
it in the.
Because I just need to see the scripture. I need to see-
It's there.
I like to see the scripture.
It's there. So you should know I don't play. Anyway, so that's
my
yeah. So that's
you owe
one-
me.
I got you. So that's number one. The Bible says God created good and evil, right?
I never heard it before, but yeah, I'm listening.
The second one.
I agree.
You ready? You ready for this? You know how many texts in the Bible says God is
The
wicked?
cause of negative things, right?
No, it says God is wicked.
I believe it.
There's a ton of text in the Bible that says God is wicked. Y'all don't talk about that.
Again, never heard this before. Continue.
Yeah, I never heard that part.
If I hear somebody like David, if he's
you're trying to
lamenting,
play
like
with
he's
me,
going
son.
through
This
something,
chick knows
and
don't be playing with me, yo. Don't be playing with me,
Again,
yo.
I am not somebody that reads one scripture. I have to read the whole chapter to get the context. You get what I'm saying? I can walk into this room and read a whole different thing than me coming in here from the start of it and getting a whole different context. For me, context is everything. A lot of people, when they're going through things, like in the middle of Job, when they came,
And I saw, this is Genesis 6 verse 5, and I saw God, and God saw, no, that's
okay,
different.
all right, so let's go.
So let me
I
to
need
wrap this up. Let me
Yes.
let's
We're going to put it in the description.
please,
please.
All the time that the Bible says.
To
And drop your comments on this, because these are two new things. Today years old, I knew.
I wanna let's bring facts news. As we know right now, China, India,
World War III, baby.
You know what I mean? And Brazil, BRICS is called. Saudi Arabia maybe are linking up to
Have they
Create
get rid of
currency.
the US
The
dollar
US
and
currency.
create their own
Yep.
currency.
That's why they fighting Trump right now.
Right. We may be going to the we may be going
World War
to the
III.
e-dollar. You know
E-dollar?
what I mean? Yes, the electric
No,
currency.
Europe. European.
Electric currency, period.
Right.
No more paper money.
Well, you know what? The Bible did say that, though.
Yeah.
We're going to move to electronic.
So what I want to ask Rome, how do you feel in this new world of AI and no paper money? How do you feel? Do you feel there will be still room for personal fitness and everything that you
I believe so.
Okay, why is that?
And example that I give with AI has nothing to AI cannot compare to or degrade what I do as a personal trainer, because personal trainer started out personal, one-on-one, you know, and I believe there still will be people who value that one-on-one,
Personal, yes.
that one-on-one personal interaction with someone, and from my belief, it's the most effective way. When I work with a client, opposed to like they just watching a video, I can touch them, I can move them, I can verbally instruct them, I can just give them eye contact and find so many ways to encourage them to human. There's nothing that can replace the human interaction.
I agree with 100%. Just like a teacher. You can have somebody, a robot teaching, but again, it is that personal touch. It's me, the enunciation of certain words. It's the way, again, I'm looking at you. My eyes can do a lot, right? So there's certain jobs that it doesn't matter. A robot cannot replace.
Replace.
Right? And if it is replaced, you're not going to get the same quality.
Not going to get the
Just
same
like what you
quality.
said, the quality is not going to be what it needs to be.
Right. And I would go a step further by saying this. I would compare a human interaction opposed to IA interaction to a brick oven pizza and a pizza that's just made in a conventional oven, you know? There's not a lot of places that offer brick oven pizza anymore, right?
Right.
But the places that do has no competition.
No.
You cannot compete with them. And plus I'm gonna charge you more because I'm the only one doing this.
You're right.
And people will pay more for that. People will seek you out, travel far and wide to come get something that was handmade or made from scratch opposed to that quick fast. Those are the people that's in a rush, and even the people that's in a rush that would take
once in a while, they'll
go back and seek out tradition.
All of this, you didn't even need to go down all this road because AI can't build biceps. You got to do it. And people are lazy as hell. That's why he's around. Because everybody knows what to do.
But
I got a tummy here. I can tell you how to get rid of this tummy. But I'm not doing it. That's why he's here.
right.
He's going to force me to do it. Right. That's why AI can't get rid of him.
That's true.
Right, yeah. You can set up the online training, and somebody can walk you through it through speech and whatever. They have apps that you have to follow.
Yeah, you still got to do it.
You still got to put the effort in. Right, and then one thing with us human beings, man, we struggle with effort and motivation, and just getting it done. You know what I mean? Right. When you would do like 10 curls on your own, or 10 sit-ups, or 10 squats on your own, a personal trainer would have you do a little bit more than that. You know what I mean? Yeah, because he push you to do more than that. But if it's up to you.
I can just watching the video, you do 5. All right, let's finish this one.
Right. If it's up to you by yourself, and the video is not correcting nobody, hey, listen, such and such. Oh, you keep going. You know, you have to find it within yourself. And a lot of us human beings lacks that, and we can use assistance sometimes. You know, so that's where I would come in. You know.
Thank you for coming on.
Yes.
What you got next? What's popping next? What are you working on?
Plantnik 2023, where I'm hosting it and doing it with you. Yeah, very home.
Yes.
Yeah, we did our first event together. This man always came to my events in the past, and I don't like to call them my events because it's really the community's events. You know what I mean? Yeah, he came to many events in the past, and we decided to finally do one. When was it? In November, October? Friends. It was called Vegans Friendsgiving. I didn't see y'all there. I don't know why. But I should know why.
Jerk chicken.
No, it was a Friday.
No, then did I eat jerk chicken?
Yeah, so after collaborating with him for the very first time, and it was such a listen, man, that was awesome. It was amazing.
One of my friends came.
Yeah?
Yeah, and he came because of me.
Okay, great. Yeah. And what did your friends say? Did they talk about it? Talk it up?
It was.
Yeah, man. What we do, and it's events we keep it for the people, with the people in mind. You know what I mean?
Awesome. And when is that?
2023, August 13th, that's a Sunday, 2023, Plantnik. It's going to be covered by News 12. And it's also, thank you. And the main thing about this event is it's a very inclusive event. The main focus is the people, like I said. Anything that you can contribute, you can come and contribute it. It first started out with food, contributing plant-based vegan food, but now it transformed into contribution of anything. You sing, you can contribute that. You dance, you can contribute that.
Come, Rochelle, if you can.
anything you do, you
It's
do
gonna be in the
artwork.
summer, so definitely.
Bronx.
Yeah.
Yes, and Bronx. You know, it's Bronx based definitely. So anything that you want to contribute, you can contribute that, not just food now. That's what the event has turned into and
that's
grown
wonderful.
into. Anything, you know, anything you want to contribute, you know. So yeah.
And you have a website also.
Oh yes, I do have a website. I launched it recently, 3 weeks ago. It's called blackhealth.love. It's not a .com, it's .love. You know, check it out. Yeah. Our Mondays liquid fast. You know, every Monday via Discord. I got to shout out Marie Dunn. She's the face of Liquid Fast Mondays. You know, so big ups to her. Thank y'all for having me,
Yes,
Trey.
thank you.
problem, bro.
Thank you for
No
coming.
Yes.
Diane Pa.
Yes, yes. Yeah, man. Please invite me again.
Yes, absolutely.
This was lovely. I laughed
Check
until.
out wicked videos where he teach you about all types of fruits and healing.
The benefits, the benefits of a lot of herbs, fruits, you know.
And
just
this is on Instagram and YouTube?
Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook.
How has life changed since going viral?
Oh man, busy, way more busy.
Good.
I used to do 110 push-ups every day. Now I'm not able to keep up with that, and I did that for over 2 years.
You have to do 109 now.
I'm doing less now. I broke the 110 2-year run, you know, recently because, you know, things,
Too much success, man. It's evil.
life has got much busier, and I know my ancestors in their grave are smiling. you know.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm doing it. I'm doing it for the last name, the European last name, but still the last name. You know what I mean? Oh, this year. All right. More strength, people.
Yes.
All right.